There we go.
What's up, Flat Out Racing Bets? Wow. I feel like this is an emergency podcast, not emergency video, really. We got to discuss what we just saw. I wish we would have jumped on here about an hour ago because I was pretty fired up. I'm not as fired up anymore. Maybe you are.
No.
Yeah, I'm not as fired up anymore. It is what it is. Let's discuss it. But first, hey, we won today. I won. I hope you won. Did you bet Ryan Blaney?
hmm
Great.
Oh,
So
I forgot.
you got. Well, hey,
I had a lot going on this morning, and
that's all right.
yeah, yep,
Well,
that's all right though. We called it. We said, some things played out. We were on Chase Elliott. We were on the 24, the 12. Um, some of our top tens. We knew they were Hail Marys. But yeah, congratulations to Ryan Blaney.
yeah, just he was just too fast at the end of that race.
He
And I
took
can't
off.
believe I don't even think did he even get interviewed after the race? I mean, geez,
He did on the radio. I don't know if he did on the TV broadcast.
my God. I mean, that was just forgotten about.
They were booing him on the radio interview. I don't know why. I have no idea why. Why you booing Ryan Blaney? Because he moved Larson out of the way? Like
Yeah, Larson was done. Larson was done anyway. I mean,
Larson was all fried up. Yeah, he didn't go in for tires. That was a big mistake on him. He knew it was a risk.
yeah, well,
Yeah. hmm
oh well. So let's talk about it. What did you think about that? What was going on there at the end of that race?
There was a
Besides,
lot going on at the end of
yeah,
that race.
yeah.
There's a lot. I was trying to uh I was waiting for the 24. I think I said the 48 earlier, the 24 to get booted. And then I realized what was going on uh with those guys just letting him do his thing and running too wide right behind him. Because he was slow. God, he was slow. I mean, his tires were all worn out. They should have easily passed him, easily, multiple times, and they didn't. So you knew what was going on right there. And then Christopher Bell was fighting, and I saw I saw him going to three really hard, and I thought he was just going in just to dive bomb Bubba. And then he got into the wall. He clearly couldn't slow down. He got into the wall and pushed the pedal down, and I knew right then and there they were going to call it the Ross Chastain rule on him,
Well, yeah.
which is clear.
Christopher
Rule
Bell,
book clear.
he made two mistakes, two big mistakes. The more I watch it, first of all, he didn't need to drive into turn three that hard because
Mm-hmm.
you know Bubba Wallace was not going to challenge him.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he did hit the wall, then he just continues to ride it. But if you watch the Bubba Wallace in-car camera, now we have to keep a look at where Michael McDowell was. But if you watch the Bubba Wallace in-car camera, Bubba Wallace does not speed up to even try to.
No.
So all Christopher Bell had to do is just pull the car off the wall and drive it.
Yeah. Yep.
Instead of, but of course, you have to make those decisions in an instant. So
Split second. Yeah, but someone at some point has to tell him, like, get off the wall. I think if he would have gotten off the wall before he came off of four, he probably would have been fine. The
yeah,
problem is that he stayed on that wall full throttle once he hit it. And that's that they I guess give it to NASCAR for sticking to the rules. They've been back and forth. And even if they do call race manipulation on the 24 and on Chevrolet, the last race manipulation that was called was on Cole Custer, and he didn't lose any driver points. He was
mm,
penalized. He lost owner points, but no driver points and no positions. So it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't matter. The 24, they made the right call. It's consistent. What now? Let's talk about that fat chunk of tire sitting in the middle of the front stretch with about 10 laps to go. Did you see that?
well, I saw that. That didn't bother me. I mean, it didn't bother me because I mean, why? Why? I mean, are we going to throw a yellow and then all we're going to do is wreck? We're just going to
Well,
wreck.
that's the inconsistency. If anybody wants to be mad at NASCAR for rulings, I mean, what Christopher Bell did was against the rule. What Chevy did, there's not really a rule about it, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Uh, they've thrown cautions before with a chunk of tire in the middle of the racetrack. That's
I agree, but not today.
I saw that chunk of tire and figured we were getting ready to have a 6 hour green white checkered.
Well, yeah, but that's not what we want. Ryan Blaney won the race fair and square.
He did.
Whether you like him or not, he won the race fair and square. Just let him win the race because I guarantee you they would have wrecked his ass. Um, let's go
Oh
back to
yeah, they
William
all
Byron.
wrecked.
William Byron. I was a little irritated with William Byron there in the moment, but at the end of the day, William Byron absolutely he didn't do anything wrong. He just had a slow car.
Hmm.
It's Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon and Chevrolet telling them not to pass him. That was the
Yeah.
problem. And I
They
can't
chose
believe
not to pass him.
right.
Yeah.
And they did
Yep.
this for 20 laps.
Hmm.
And Jeff Burton and Steve Letarte don't point it out the entire time.
No, the
Oh,
announcers.
they can't get around him. Well, come on.
How the hell can you can't get around him? It's clear that they were faster than him the whole time.
Yes.
I'm sitting there watching this thing going, he's done. They get up on his bumper going into the corner, and then somehow he makes it through the corner, but he's slow in the middle, and somehow, and then you realize what is actually going on and why they're not passing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
And
know. We should be
Bubba
we
Wallace
should
does the
join Lee
same
Diffie.
thing, right? Bubba Wallace does the same thing to let Christopher Bell pass.
Yeah.
Christopher Bell is probably a straightaway behind Bubba Wallace on when they get the white flag. Uh, so I don't know who's right, who's wrong. It's just a load of crap about what happened there. I wish they would have disqualified. I told you in a message. I wish they would have just disqualified both of them. But
Yeah.
Byron didn't
I
do
mean,
anything
that's
wrong. Byron didn't do anything. Why would you disqualify Byron? They just didn't pass him.
yeah.
So
I mean, if anyone should be held, once again, you said it. You said it this morning. Austin Dillon has done nothing but been a
oh
pain in the ass for the last half of this season. And he continues to do it. And he did it today. What him and Chastain did, that's not racing. They're out there trying to help Chevy, which I get it, but also, that's the same thing as a wall ride. That's the
yeah
same thing in my opinion. You're
yeah
manipulating the race. But the 24 didn't do that. The 24 just sat there, ran his race, moved up and down every now and then to block one of them off. At any point, those guys could have passed him. They were faster than him, and it was obvious. So it's
yeah
on them. Not, I agree.
yeah. Well,
Agree.
hey, thumbs down, thumbs down to really Steve Letarte. Thumbs down for not pointing it out. At least Jeff Burton had the nuts to say this is a shame or something, called it a sham or said
Yeah.
something at the end of the race. But Steve Letarte sits there for 20 laps. He knows damn well what's going on.
Yeah.
Of course, he used to work for Hendrick, so maybe he doesn't
Yeah.
want to say
They
anything.
don't.
But come on, just point it out. Job was infuriating the last 20 laps, but oh well. It doesn't matter to me if Christopher Bell makes it or not. I don't care.
No, I don't care. I don't
No.
care. I just want to see consistency in this damn sport.
Well,
That's all.
we yeah. Hey, let's talk about preview now. We got I this is like worst case scenario for NASCAR. This is the equivalent of having a Major League Baseball season, and at the end of the day, it's the entire AL Central that makes the Final Four. Right? We got like Kansas City,
Yeah.
we got Detroit, we got White Sox. No one cares, do they? Who cares now? I mean, let's talk about it. You got
I mean,
Chase
Blaney's
Elliott.
going to win. End of
Yeah,
story.
but yeah, Logano or Blaney are winning, no doubt.
Yeah.
But let's talk about
It's going to be
this.
Blaney. Blaney's going to dominate probably.
Chase Elliott, most valuable driver, out.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it. Kyle Larson, 6 wins this year, out. Denny Hamlin, what? Come on, can we get some personality? I hate Denny Hamlin, but geez, he's not. We don't even talk about him the entire race. You don't even get an interview with him.
No.
What a
Starts
drive by
last. Start,
Denny Hamlin today. Started
yeah.
last, second, incredible.
Unbelievable. I thought he was going to win at one point.
So Yankees, Dodgers, Braves are out. Royals, White Sox, Tigers are in. Gotta love it. I mean, it's just pathetic. This is going to be lowly rated. I can tell you that because
I
no one
don't even know
cares.
who the fourth driver is.
Well, we got Blaney, Logano, Reddick, and then the 24 Byron. Reddick at least
Oh
didn't
yeah.
win the. Reddick at least won the regular season title, so maybe justice will be served, and the guy with the most points at the end of the regular season wins it. But he's going
I
to
don't
get
know.
smashed at Phoenix by those two Fords.
Yeah, no, they're going to eat him up.
Yeah.
They're gonna eat them up. And Phoenix is always a once again long runs. Fords dominate. Once
Yep.
again, they've done it the second half of the season. You give those guys more than 20, 30 laps of green light racing, and they're all at the front. And the same
Yeah.
damn thing happened again today, and it's going to happen next week. So you can already put me on Blaney and Ford to win. Just
Yeah.
I don't like just let me make the bet now.
Oh yeah. That's not going to be good numbers for you.
No, it's
So,
not. No,
oh well.
it's predictable. It sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week, I mean, that's my preview of next weekend.
All
I don't
right.
think anyone's gonna that there's gonna be no like manipulation in the finish because everyone Blaney's a good guy. People like Blaney, and he's gonna be at the front. So
Well, go Ryan Blaney. I don't care. Jeez.
yeah, what
But
happened to Marty today? God, I hate that for Marty.
well, we made a mistake. We're propping other people up. Let's talk about you and I making just a stupid bet. I don't
Oh,
know if you made the bet. You said you forget it. I made the bet. But as soon as Martin Truex can make a mistake, he made a mistake. Speeds in the
I
pits.
made the bet. I
Yeah,
made the bet. Yep,
stupid. The entire
yep.
year has been horrible for Marty, and
We got duped again.
we did get duped. I mean, he was fastest in practice, and then he just horrible.
The good thing is we can't get duped next year by him.
Well, we got
So
to make a note. Never, don't bet on guys that aren't in the playoffs to win these races because it's not going to happen. I mean,
yeah,
I think
that's true.
as it gets closer and closer to the end, it's just not going to happen.
Yeah,
One of those four guys are
true.
going to win next week. So
That's true. Yep.
awful.
Well, we'll see.
Leaves a
We'll
sour
see.
taste in your mouth. What we saw today, that's for sure.
It does, but it's going to get people talking. So, podcasts, they'll be talking about it all week. Dale Jr., Denny Hamlin, all that. Take a listen. It's the news going into next week, and then that's all they'll talk about in the pre-race because they got nothing else to talk about.
Yeah,
And then as soon as that race is over, everyone will forget about it, and that's it.
yeah.
Yep. It's a
All right,
shame.
all right.
So,
Well, get ready for some Sunday night football.
yeah, that's right. That's
Have a
right.
good night.
Yeah, you too. You
I
too.
will.
Good win.
Well, we won, but our other bets were just total disasters.
Not good.
I was kind of hoping here that we get some disqualifications there to move Ryan Priest up the standings, but
Yeah, that was a
I'm going to
good
have to
call
have a
by you.
stomach
He
duck
was
in
running
there.
well. He was running
Yeah,
well. And the 14, yeah, I don't know, close again.
yeah. Well, they just don't have it.
Yeah,
Carson Hocevar, total disaster today. Wow.
absolute shit.
And I did look up, we had the big bet with Corey LaJoy. He was 76 laps down at one point in this race, so that wasn't going to work out. He needed 76 wave
I
rounds.
tuned in like I tuned in with like 20 laps into that race. I checked the leaderboard and uh Marty was out of contention. LaJoy was already a lap down. I kind of quit paying attention at that point. But
Well,
Elliott ran well. Blaney, of course. So I don't know. Yeah.
yeah. And a
Break.
good fight by Chase Elliott at the end of that race.
Yeah.
Basically moved over.
Yeah. It was
Yeah,
real.
and then that was it. They didn't even
He
try
really
to.
wanted to win that race. You could tell he really wanted to win it.
He was, yeah, checked
Hmm.
out because
Yep.
he
He
just
just
let him go
kind of
by.
went in
Yeah.
there and won, and then just kind of did one of these. And yeah, good for him.
Wow. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for
Yeah,
joining. Uh,
absolutely.
that was
Go
it
Vikings.
was outrageous to say the least. There.
That was a wild evening, that's for sure.
Yeah. All
Yes.
right. We will see you later.
All right.